Hey guys, it's Daryl. It's Sunday morning, and I'm glad to see that my sex in my 50s videos is taking off big. But I've been watching the news, and I want to talk briefly about Trump again. I'm not going to be rude or disrespectful or anything, but here's my point. Yesterday, he was at I'm not sure if it was a game or something. Anyway, he's talking about how the economy, how the stock market has hit an all-time high. Now, one note too, I want to make this one note that the stock market is a reflection of how wealthy people and corporations are doing. It's not a reflection of how a working class person, even middle class, that most of us are working week to week. It's not a reflection of how we're doing. Usually, I would think that the better the wealthy people, the stock market is betting on what we're going to buy, on what we're going to need. So they're more or less, the stock market is more or less betting on our rise and fall out of poverty. That's not what I want to make this video about, okay? So he constantly brings up how the economy is good. Now, we could debate this again, too, if you look at the graphs, the economy of Obama had the economy going up, 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 up. Then Trump came in office, and it continued up. Now, we could debate, who did what. Here's the thing, though. Here's my point. Okay, let's say the economy's doing good. Unemployment is at an all-time low. We'll agree on that. The problem is, now then he just brought up, after he said the stock market is at an all-time high, he then said the witch hunt goes on, talking about his impeachment and all that. So what he's saying is, ignore. He wants us to ignore. Don't mind his little slip-ups or his ignoring the Constitution, because we're all raking in money hand over fist. Yeah, not really, but you know what I'm saying? It goes back to what are you willing to turn a blind eye to have a better economy? You know? Are you willing to have a president that ignores the Constitution? The rule of law in this land that we followed for 260 years? Are you willing, what are you willing to trade, though, That's the scary thing. That's the question, and like the selling the national monuments for mining and logging. You're trading the beautiful land that is America for some quick money, I don't know. I think I don't know. I guess my point is, where do you draw the line? A profit at what cost? That's my point. Are you willing to look the other way about, Trump having sex with Stormy Daniels? That's a pretty guaranteed fact that happened. So you're willing to turn a blind eye to that. You're willing to turn a blind eye to the handicap stuff. You're willing to turn a blind eye that he's trying to direct money into his hotels from foreign dignitaries, which is breaking the emoluments clause. It's a huge piece of corruption. But are we willing to ignore it? Because we're all making an extra $60 a week. I think it's a slippery slope, people. Do you see my point here? What are you willing to sell your morals? Are you willing to sell out your country for a man who is willing to cut the corners on our democracy? Do you want him to win at any cost? Is that it? I mean, you don't mind turning a blind eye to him going to the Ukraine and trading missiles to a foreign country to get dirt to win the next election? Are you guys are willing to? That's okay with you? That's the man you want in the White House, just because he can make you a few extra dollars. So you're willing to ignore the Constitution. You're willing to let your man trample the Constitution and wipe his ass with it because you're going to make a few extra bucks. You see what I'm saying here? Do you see? That's what I see. And this is where I lose respect for the Trump supporters. This isn't just about Democrats and Republicans, conservatives and liberals anymore. This is for what I see. This is a lack of character and morals for just pure greed. Greed, hate, envy, jealousy. Less for them, less for the poor people, less for the downtrodden, less for the immigrants, and more for me. More for me. I mean, that goes against what this country was founded on. That goes against the Bible. It goes against the teachings of Jesus. It goes against what good people do. Maybe it is the end of days, because the fact that these people just are proud of their greed, Trump, it's disturbing to me. Hey, don't get me wrong, man. I got plenty of faults and I'm a sinner and all that. But you see what I'm saying? It disappoints me that, to me, this man is wiping his ass with the Constitution. And his supporters, his enablers are letting him, are more than fine to let him get away with it and just treat the country like a piece of shit. And our rules of law that have governed us for 260 years and just throw them to the side because he's keeping the white people, he's giving the white man more power again. And he's getting us an extra $100 in our paycheck. So yeah, fuck the Constitution. Throw it out Would you do the same with the Bible? I mean, would you say it's okay to rob and rape and pillage again if you're making an extra $100, $200? I'm just theoretically, man. Is your morals and all that, is it worth money? Can you sell it? For how much? Where do you draw the line? $10, $1 million? Once you start selling that shit, man, you don't have morals anymore. All right, that's all I got to say.